Hey, it's Nay. And welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Hi, I'm Nay, and here we talk about all things looking good, feeling good, and smelling good. So at prices that are mostly reasonable. So if any or all of that sounds interesting to you, just gonna hit that subscribe button, join the fam, and don't forget to hit that post notifications button so you can get notified each and every single time I make a post. So let's hop right into this video. Today's video is all about my monthly fragrance tray for September. I'm a few days away from the actual end of August, but I'm doing this now. Guys, go ahead and hit that like button if you remember when I used to do this tray every single month, and then I would talk about it at the end. Like, guys, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't been here when I was doing this often, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're getting back into it with a tiny little twist. So I'm doing a monthly tray of 20 fragrances. However, each week I will come back to you and kind of just discuss which 5 to 6 I will be swapping out, because I will only be I'll only be using what's on this tray to the best of my ability. Y'all, I'm gonna let you know if I end up having this go to my collection, guys. It is what it is. But these 20 fragrances, and then I'm gonna take 2 of those, no, I'm gonna do 20 fragrances. Stop. Stick with what you said. 20 fragrances, and then each week I'll be able to swap out 5 or 6 for something that I really just want to reach for. So let's hop into this, because I'm gonna try not to make this video very long. So the first one I'm going to add on is Coco Mademoiselle herself. I thought about using one of the dupes, but no. I'm going to use the queen herself for the month of September. Oh, and weird. So I had bought this beautiful tray from TJ Maxx. Look. This, like, just, I picked it up and it came right off. I haven't used this in a while, so maybe that's it, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. I could just get some crazy glue and then glue it down, but I was like, what happened? I don't understand. But anyway, I digress. I'm gonna also go ahead and add a shoe. I was gonna do the original, but I'm thinking I'm gonna add, this is Leger, I believe. This is Good Girl, Carolina Herrera's Good Girl Leger. I love this one. It's a little softer than the original, a little more powdery, and there's a little more brightness in it. I'm not sure exactly the notes in there, but I just like it, so I said, yeah, sure, let's just go ahead. I'm gonna add Kayali's Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. I also tried not to add fragrances I felt like I can get a similar vibe from in any of them. I did my best to do that, so I have as many actual options as possible. I absolutely adore this scent. This is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. It's a little cloudy today, and it's been getting a little cooler. It's a spicy vanilla rose creamy milkshake, but in like an upscale way. Like, this is definitely not just like a just drink me. There's a perfume quality about it. Oh, I missed this. It's really hard for me to wear this in the summertime just because it's a very strong, potent fragrance. I mean, some people have said this doesn't last long on them. I'm not sure how. That's very interesting to me. Everybody's skin is different though, but this is one of the creamiest fragrances I've ever worn, and I feel like creamy textures just last really well on my skin. I also spiced and sweet, it lasts on my skin, and sweet lasts on my skin. I feel like I almost put Coco Noir on my tray. I reached for this one instead. They do not smell the same, but they're definitely within that same scent profile, meaning like a spiced sweet smell. I chose this one. I absolutely adore this. I also adore the bottle. The bottle just makes me feel super cute. Guys, real quick, let's take a pause and step over here. So my fave, nails are just so expensive these days, and it's just like not worth it for me. If I get something done, it's gonna be my foot, because they got it. My feet are So I would rather get paid that mad money to get my feet done and not my nails, because the Glamnetic nails, I have not found a dense enough yet thin enough nail like Glamnetics. And I've had these on for a week and a half already. The only reason I'm taking them off is because I'm gonna show you. It's starting to chip. Can you guys see that? Hold on, let me see if I can find a really good. Oh no, you're right here. Like, you see how that white is wearing, you don't need my face. Yeah, you see how that white is wearing away? And it's my kids' makeup. My kids' party this weekend, so I just want to put on some fresh nails. But I could literally have these on for 3 weeks. I do use the Glamnetic glue. I'm thoroughly impressed by that glue. The Glamnetic brush on nail glue. This is amazing, and I also feel like that's what helps it. Guys, I am big rough. Like, when I say rough, like, you know, some people are like, oh my gosh, I'm really rough with my hands. And then you're like, are you? No, I'm rough. Rough. I'm changing lots of poopy diapers, and then I have to script on the, you know, I have to clean under my nails. You know, chasing after little kids. I do a lot of things. I wash my hands a lot. I take lots of showers. I use a lot of scrubs. I lotion a lot. I'm typing away a lot. I have 5 books that I'm in the process of writing. I'm just doing a lot of things that require my hands, which is just my life. And that's probably always going to be my life. And so I need a glue that is strong, which there's a few, like, there's another one that I've used quite a bit from, like, I think it's like the Kiss. And I never had an issue with that. But my issue with it was the nails. The nails were so flimsy that if I were like to, it would bend and that itch would hurt. These nails could possibly go through an entire, like, battle on the battlefield. Like, these are built, like, I could do some look of damage with them. And I love the shape. So cute. And I extra love that it's not too long. I do feel like I like long nails. However, these 5 years of my life, I'm 2 years in, well, 3 years into having babies, but my younger ones are 2, tomorrow, 2 days from now. And, guys, I don't want to be changing diapers with poop. I know there's all the videos that's teaching it and all of that. It's an ick factor for me. So I just like to use shorter nails for now. My long nails will return in a few years. Anyway, I digress. Sweet Demi Pink Pepper is going on the tray. I love these Glamnetic nails. So I got the Glamnetic ones, another pair. One thing I can say, though, they don't have enough for me to redo my hands a second time with the same box, which is kind of irritating because they're definitely on the higher price point for nails, like press-on nails. They're like 17 to 20 bucks, something like that, which is kind of aggy. But to get your nails done, if I want to get this done in a salon, it's going to cost me $95 to $120, depending on where I go. That's buck. I can get 4 Glamnetics, 20, 40, 60, 80. Let's say about 4 to 5 boxes of Glamnetics, which is 4 to 5 different sets of nails to do. And they're going to last about 2 to 3 weeks on me personally, which means that's mad months. So I'm good without it. But anyway, I have definitely, guys, eyelash is back. I smell eyelash too. I want it. It's definitely more of a sexy, sultry type of vibe. When I say sexy, sultry, it's like a spiced sweet. So think along the lines of the Coco Noir, Kayali Sweet Demi Pink Pepper. It's not creamy like Kayali Sweet Demi Pink Pepper, but that spiced, slightly sweet, woody, sexy vibe. This one is just more sweet, more decadent, more delicious. I love eyelash. She did a good job releasing this. A little brightness. Ooh, a little fruitiness. I like this so much. I'm glad I took a little pause from her, and now I'm back. Is this going to stay on this thing? I feel like I'm just going to take it off for now so it doesn't topple over. I'm going to add this fragrance to the tray. I want to give it a fair test. And I don't think I'm going to reach for it if it gets any colder. Like, I'm probably going to have to use it in the first, like, 2 weeks. This is Lattafa's Private Gold Confidential. Or Lattafa's Confidential Private Gold. Whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. This is an interesting fragrance. I like this. I don't think I would like... It's like a dupe for a very high-end fragrance that I've smelled in the stores that I don't think is worth the price. There's almost something artificial about it, but I kind of like that. I think I'm going to start getting into Mancera and Montal, because one of them has like that artificial type of vibe to it, but I don't really mind per se. But it's like a fruity, musky type of energy that is not bad, but that artificial note is something to get used to, and it almost makes it a little bit of a like a gummy taste to me. I don't know how else to explain it. And I'll get better explaining it if I actually give it a chance, which is what I'm gonna go ahead and do. Guys, I'm about to go to the store because I like the brown, but I don't want it in the front of my face. I want a little bit more blondie in my face, and then run like with a wide tooth comb the brown through my back of my head, just to do a little something, not too much, just a little. I might even actually just do the back part. I might like leave this alone, but just run a little bit of the blonde through here, and then put the blonde, just these 2 strips, guys, right here. Bada boom, bada bang. Just to lighten that up, and then wash this out before I wash this out. So this is just brown, because I love it. I've had this wig for over 3 years, over 4 years, definitely over 3 years. From a small business, XO_Dani, DANI, did it on Instagram. She is a Black-owned female business out of Patterson, New Jersey, and she's fantabulous. It's expensive. It's expensive. I think I paid like $360 for this wig. It's the 5x5. Like it's the large one, or maybe even the 6x. It's a large closure, so it's, I can take this off my head. I'm not going to. It has a band in it. I really enjoy this. I really enjoy her. I have a couple of her wigs. This one is just, this was like her straight hair. I absolutely adore it. I think she did a great job. She bleaches knots really well. I do need a new closure. Don't look too close. Like I had to part and shift it a little bit to make it fit because it's balding a little bit. But I've had it for over 3 years, which I think is amazing. I do not sleep in my wigs, but so maybe that also helps with the life of it. But, and I was 22 inches, so I have cut it because the ends were getting a little scraggly, and then I cut it again just because I didn't like the length at which it sits. It's either got to be long for me or at my breasts or bob. That's kind of just what I like with hair. Anyway, I digress, but she's amazing. So I'll leave her Instagram information down below. Love supporting small businesses when they do the thing, and she does the thing. I'm just saying. Moving on. So that's going on here, guys. So I have to rebuy Mon Guerlain. I used the heck out of that last year, and then I just cold turkey stopped because I know some people are like, oh, did you really love it if you don't have empty bottles of it? Yes, I also have almost 100 fragrances. I might even have 100 fragrances again. I did declutter, so I had over 100 at one point, and then I decluttered by gifting away a bunch of fragrances for birthdays and Christmas and holidays or whatever and stuff like that. I stopped using it because I don't want to empty it, and I don't want to have to repurchase it right now because I, review fragrances on my YouTube. Okay, so I am going to end up rebuying this though, because I'm going to done this off, but I want to leave this just for a little bit longer. I did go ahead and get the eau de toilette. I have been rocking it in the warmer weather, a couple sprays, and I absolutely adore this. I think this is a very pretty fragrance. I get like a neroli vibe from it. So for me, neroli more often than not kind of smells like licorice, which is interesting, and I don't really like it when it's too pungent, but this in here is just beautiful. It's still a lavender, it's still sweet, but it's softer, and the black licorice almost elevates it somehow. I just love the Mon Guerlain line. I think the Intense is nice too, but I just don't know if I'm gonna ever have that in my collection. But I will be repurchasing the original, the Eau de Parfum of Mon Guerlain, and I love the Eau de Toilette, so I'm putting the Eau de Toilette onto my tray. I am also going to put YSL Libre on my tray. Y'all know this one. I don't really gotta talk about this one. It's another lavender fragrance. I guess I just said I tried not to match up too much, but that's why I didn't put the Intense on here. This is a more aromatic with a touch of, just the barest touch of sweetness, this is way sweeter of a lavender. So I really like this. This is, I tried to think of, when you make a tray, try to think along the lines of like day, night, in your house, out your house, going out, stuff like that. And whether it's gonna be warmer, maybe it'll be a little cooler. Try to think along those lines. So like, for example, like Coco Mademoiselle and YSL Libre are stuff I would most definitely, oh, and Private Gold Confidential, stuff I would wear during the day for sure. I mean, I could also wear them at night, but they're not too heavy that I'm like, oh my gosh. I also wear this during the day too. And then like Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, the Mont Guerlain, the Eilish, stuff like that I can definitely rock at nighttime. Next one I'm adding is Carnal Gray. I love this. This could have definitely a bigger dent. I took a stop on that too. I love this. This is their dupe for Gris Charnel by BDK Parfums. And I absolutely, so sexy. Extremely sexy. It's but also refined. I could wear this, in my opinion. I think you could wear one, tops two solid sprays to work, and it's not like sex. It's just sexy, like, oh wow, you smell, you know what I mean? It's got lovely projection. It's a fig and tea scent, if I remember off the top of my head. I love this. It's hard, so like, wear your fragrances, okay? Wear your clothes, beat your face. Don't worry about I have to go somewhere, right? Because you just never know, okay? So enjoy your stuff when you have it. Always trying to save it for this grandoir time that might not come, or only comes every so often. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. Spray your juice, spray your juice, spray your juice. However, being a mommy, I don't really want to associate certain scents with mommying, so I really do wait until if I'm going to mommy, I at least have to be outside, so I know I'm like, you know, retail therapy or doing something fun, as opposed to just sitting in my house type of vibe. So I don't know, go ahead and hit that like button if you agree with me. Like, obviously spray your juice, but some scent profiles I just want to leave to certain feelings and situations. Like, there's certain fragrances I just won't even wear at all unless I'm going out, because I just want that link to it, you know what I mean? This next one is Casablanca. I'm glad they're bringing her back. It's like a juice, but it's also like it's apples. There's supposedly grapes in there. I don't smell grapes, but there's like apples, spice quality to this, maybe cinnamon or something. This is like apple pie. This is amazing, but like a salt, like a it's not heavy, thick like an apple pie. It's a lighter apple pie. Super delicious. Maybe with no crust, right? You just bake the apples. So I did that for my kids recently for breakfast. We like apples in this house, but I want to give it a little zhuzh. So I took the apples, took off the skin, cut it up, put it in my saucepan with a little bit of seasoned water. So I took cardamom, cinnamon, a dash of the vanilla, and I put that all together, and then after seasoning the apples too, and let that cook down just a little bit. The inside, there's still a crunch to it, but it was softer. That is kind of like that, like, type of smell. It's not like, you don't get this super rich, thick, and I put very little sugar in it, so it's still kind of bright. Oh, delicious. This is amazing. And it's like $50 for 100 ml. Swiss Arabian is doing her thing. His thing, their thing, whatever they identify as. I love it. They're doing a great job. And I say I don't smell the grape. Now, because I wouldn't have been able to guess grape for you. I'd been like, oh, I think there might be grape in here. But there's been some grape fragrances that have entered my collection recently. Well, in the last 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. That I guess makes me be able to detect it now that I know it's in there. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, hit the subscribe button. We're learning things together. We're growing. We're learning all the great and grand things. I have to add another sex fragrance. Scandal by JPG. I will be going on a date night this month. I missed August. We didn't really get to go on a date night. Families are, you know, people have lives and stuff. But I'm literally next week plotting for like towards the end of September. So there's literally no situation because I'm going on a date night. And when I say date night, I mean like halfway through the day, all through the night, picking the kids up in the morning the next day. So I want to put some sexy fragrances on here. And the next two are uber sexy to me. This is Scandal by JPG, the original. I love this. I think I did smell the extreme or the intense or whatever. This is just so much for me. The honey in here is almost andalic. It's almost and like too much. It's almost. It didn't tip over there, but the edge of darkness, it's right there. It's like saying hello into the abyss. So that's cool that some people prefer the, you know, whatever, but I really love the original. It's like fruit snacks. Welsh fruit snacks in the beginning, but the dry down. it's sexy. I want to kind of do like either like a Korean barbecue, or like what's that thing, like a cheese, like a fondue 3-course meal. Like I want to do something grand and wonderful. Like being a mommy, kind of like being a parent, date nights and couple stuff, you can do small things, but like I'm talking like those really nice couple stuff that you could do no problem without kids. It's just not something that you can do when you have kids, right? Especially if you just don't have mad money. If you have money and you can afford a nanny, like a nanny, which would be great to me. When I go back to work, I intend to probably have like a nanny or a tutor or something for my kids. That's just something I aspire to have for my babies. But right now it's just not a thing with one income. You know what I mean? Like it's very hard. But this is just super sexy. Going out, doing a 3-course meal, dessert, and drinks, and burlesque show, like something cool. Maybe we're going to a comedy show and then out to drinks after. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a grand time. It's an adult time. And I really appreciate adult time now that I have kids. You really, not that nobody appreciates what they have until it's harder to do, but I feel like oftentimes you gain a bigger and better appreciation for something when you can't just do it willy-nilly, right? Like my husband and I did a lot of stuff before we had kids, which is great. We went all over the world, and it was just so much easier to be able to say, okay, we gotta just save 4K and roll out with another K and call it a day. Now it's like that can't happen. We can't disappear for 2 weeks or a week or even 2 days or even one night without intense overly planning. You know what I mean? So I really just really like this fragrance. Super sexy. Another sexy one I said I was gonna add, this is C, but this is the Intense. This is the 2021 formulation, because I think there's a black bottle that's also an Intense. This is super sexy. It's boozy. There's blackcurrant syrup in here, but it gives like a slight boozy touch to there, almost like a like a rum maybe. Delicious, and almost kind of wine. Like if wine and rum had a baby, maybe this would be it. I absolutely adore this. I think this is so sexy. Great projection, great sillage, great longevity, great all the greats. I never have an issue with this. I know there's not a massive dent. I don't know, I feel like lately I've been coming across videos and it just causes me to click away. Not because the person was annoying. As I get older, I just don't want to be dogging people all the time. And everybody has different collections and uses their fragrance for different stuff. That doesn't mean someone can't like something. You can like having nails but can't afford to always have nails on your fingers. But you can like it, and you can't tell someone they don't know if they like it if they don't wear it all the time or wear it often. This is 100 ml, first of all. And this is a decent dent. Some people are going to say it's not, but for me, it is. Especially when I look at people who have like 200, 300, 400 bottles of fragrance. There's no way you're dunning off bottles unless you're completely ignoring the majority of your fragrances. So let's just let everybody have their own juice. And if they say that's a good dent for them, it's probably a good dent for them. As you saw, I also have stuff that's almost empty. When you buy also smaller bottles, it's easier to put massive dents in them. When you're over sprayer, it's easier to put dents in them. When you're under sprayer, it's harder to put dents in there. When you have mad fragrances, it's harder to put dents in there. When you have the bigger bottles, it's harder to put dents in there. If you can't wear your fragrances everywhere, it's harder to put dents in them. If you don't want to wear your fragrances everywhere, you're not going to put big dents in them. Let's just have some grace for people. It's freaking smelly water. What do you actually care? You know what I'm saying? Like, just let people live. I've seen someone also comment on how people can come online and not have makeup on their face. First of all, my daddy told me I was pretty growing up, and so did my mother. I have 2 moms, okay? The one who raised me, and then my birth mother in my family, okay? One thing we didn't play with was like that, okay? We have other issues, okay? We're Jamaican, okay? We're rough as hell. But when it comes to you're beautiful, you don't need all of that in your face, I beat my face because I feel like it. So there's plenty of my videos out there that I have 0 makeup on my face. I'm here to tell you, sis, bro, friend, you are beautiful. You are attractive. You don't need to beat your face. You don't have to put a wig on, because there's plenty of my videos here of my hair still braided under my little doo-doo braids that I used to put on my wigs, or my fro was out, or whatever. You don't need all of that ish on you, okay? What God blessed you with is absolutely chef's kiss, or whoever or whatever you do or don't believe in. You are amazing. You do not require all of the high maintenance that is on me right now. I put the effort into it because I felt like it, not because I didn't think I was attractive enough without it, okay? I just wanted to put that out there, because this is a page where we want you to look good, feel good, and smell good. And this need to have stuff on your face or on a certain look, or because, you know, I love to watch those videos where they're like, look like you have money. That's like nice and stuff, but I don't have to always look like I have money, okay? Sometimes I'm just going to wear a ratty tatty large sweatshirt, or like a basic ass set, or whatever. And the mad times I'll have no nails on my fingers, no makeup on, no wig on my head, no earrings in my ears, okay? My toes are currently not painted. The world will not end for things like that. It's okay. It's okay. And it's just fine also to gas yourself, because I've noticed a humbling situation going on the internet. If you need to be unhumbled, come hit me up. My Instagram is Mrs. Goddess Nay. Hit me in my DMs. Tell me I just need a little gas, and I'll gas you. Pull up that picture real quick. I'll tell you 4 things that I think is absolutely wonderful about you. I promise you, because the world is just retarded right now, like in terms of not appreciating the differences of everything. We're meant to be different. We're meant to act different. We're meant to look different. We're meant to evoke different situations, emotions, feelings, all of that. You're beautiful. You're amazing. Let's keep it moving. We have 2 more. This is Armav's Club Demi Wheat Imperial White. Y'all, I have a little denty dent in here. Can you see that? It's right here. And this is 3.6 fluid ounce. So this is 105 ml. This is like $60 on fragrancebuy.ca. This is in the family of Delina exclusive type of vibe. Leaning more towards Delina exclusive. This is that rose, lychee, tart, sweet, but this is extremely creamy, and not just any type of creamy. This is like almost like a chantilly cream, like a whipped icing, super thick, delicious. There's something, okay, I can't wear Delina. It's not for me, but I like how it smells on other people, and there's something it girl about Delina, and that's why I feel like I hear about it all the time. People talk about it all the freaking time, and I'm sure it gets a little annoying for people who just want to like hear about various different fragrances, but there is something in that juice, okay? And this is an affordable version of something along that line, but super sweet. So the tartness is not as stringent to me, or as punchy and overpowering and unusable sometimes for me. Super lovely. I absolutely adore this juice. This is, and I get compliments almost every single time I wear this, which is amazing. That's also due, right, to solely how strong this fragrance is. Now, the sweet, the super sweet aspect of it, with a cut through with the tartness from the lychee, and there's some orange in the opening. Oh my gosh, that's what really differentiates it from the Delina exclusive, is that beautiful juicy orange note in the beginning that dies down. But most people really like a sweet smell, and if you want to add a little zhuzh to you, putting a little spice. Oh, my light just died. Putting a little spiced or a little tartness in something is just going to elevate something. I think I'm noticing that, like, that for me personally is elevating stuff. But yeah, that is Armaf Club Demi Imperial White. I said I was going to wrap this up, and it's almost for 30 minutes in, guys. This is Princeless Princess by Dua. This is their dupe for I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess. I'm kind of sad I didn't get the little ball, the balloon look of the original. They've since re-released it with the boxed look, which a lot more people like, it seems. I mean, uniformity is cute when it comes to fragrance bottles, so I get it. I just wish I got that before it left, but this is very close. This is my dent in here. I love this. It is like along the lines of Sea Fury. If you finished off your bottle of Sea Fury, or you're getting finished with your bottle of Sea Fury, or you never got to get that bottle before they discontinued it, just go ahead and go smell this. It's along the lines. There's a little more to it to me. Sea Fury is much more, not much more, but is more gentle, delicate, feminine, uber feminine. This is still quite feminine, but there's a little sass to her. I think there's ginger, there's green tea. I could be wrong, but I feel like those are just some of the notes. There's definitely like a marshmallow to this, like a fluffiness like in Sea Fury that is absolutely gorgeous. There's something to be said about the uber fluffy fragrances that aren't too sweet. I don't like Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. Although most people will tell you if you like that, if you like this, you probably would like that. If you like that, you probably would like this. It's too sweet for me. And I'm a gourmand girl, but I really enjoy this because it's got the green tea cutting through it, the ginger cutting through it, like a couple notes cutting through that a little bit, but still having that fluffy texture. I love that fluffy texture. No, I can't. I'm not gonna mix this. My scent of the day. Oh no. This is not even all 20 fragrance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I said that's the last one, but I just turned here and there's more here. So I'm gonna pick these up and show them to you, but I'm gonna have to, I guess, get another tray. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep it moving. We're gonna speed through these. These are what I call my mixer fragrances. These are fragrances I've mixed with other fragrances plenty of times. One is, well, plenty of times meaning 3 or more times, and they just worked well with different fragrances. Accidental Vanilla by Dua. I can't remember what this is a dupe for. I love this. It's like it's a vanilla. It's a sweet vanilla, like a powdery sweet vanilla. So it's not uber sweet. This mixes well with everything. Oh no, I cannot wait. This doesn't have a big dent. I feel like I bought it towards the end of the colder weather, so I just haven't worn it like that. But I love this. There's a little bit of a brightness in there. And the vanilla is not like a, there's a little darkness to it. I love it. Let's move on. I love that. Kayali's The Wedding Silk Sentel. This is part of my scent of the day today. I love this. It's not super long lasting. It's not a major protector. It's like a Your Skin But Better. It's like a Your Skin But Better with champagne-y. Like it's very super sparkling. Like a peachy, I think it's nectarine, but it comes off as peachy to me. Praline. The Frisian here doesn't bother me. I think it's beautiful. This is one of the best releases of 2023 in my humble opinion. And it's a freaking limited edition. It's so funny because I was this close to just getting 2 of the 10 ml, like the cute small versions of this and the black bottle. And then I said, something told me, is like, just get this. Because if you love it and then you have to wait, you know, I'm a regular person. So I can't just burn mad money in one setting. So I would have to wait a little bit to go purchase this. And I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I just bought the 1.7 fluid ounce of this because it is sold out and they have not restocked it in quite some time. So yeah, this layers well with just about everything. I've mixed it with coffee fragrances. I mixed this with spicy fragrances. I've mixed this with other sweet fragrances, with fruity fragrances, with musky fragrances. It just mixes well with everything. Apple Rum Delight. This is Juliana Perfume's dupe for Apple Brandy on the Rocks. Apple Brandy on the Rocks by Kilian. Absolutely love this. This is the rest of my scent of the day today. Beautiful, boozy, icy, a little brightness like from the apple. There's a little spicedness in here. I think there's cardamom. I love this. Oh no, beautiful. Moving on. There's 2 dapper fragrances, Silky Woods. This to me in the dry down is along the lines of Kayali's Wedding Silk Sentel. The Wedding Silk Sentel. No one else has said that, so maybe my nose is off, but that's what I smell. It's like that almost nondescript, very pretty smell. Now supposedly there's like tobacco and all this like leather. I don't smell all that, guys. It's just this really smooth, beautiful, nondescript, wonderful smell that layers well. I've tried it with 3 fragrances. So this is one of the newest ones in my collection. So I've only managed to mix with 3 fragrances so far. But I'm very happy with this purchase. It's just not a major projector and all of that. Just like the wedding silk scent. The next dapper, Hufflepuff. Love this. I was between this and Acro. I didn't want to put both on my tray because I've been using both of them quite a bit. I love this. So this is a lemon cupcake. Definitely not nearly as tart and juicy as the Acro bake from Dapper, but you can smell a little bit of the lemon for sure. It does die down. Like, the longevity of the fragrance lasts longer than Acro Bake, but it's much closer to the skin. Moving on. I have to put this on here. I'm going to put a little denty dent in her before I tell myself to calm down. This is Burberry Goddess, the new fragrance. Love this. Slightly boozy, very vanilla. There's a lovely touch of lavender in here. I don't smell any ginger until I mix this with apple brandy on the rocks. This mixes very well. Guys, I'm not going to get into that. It'll be another video. We're about to be 40 minutes in. But love Burberry Goddess. And then the last one, of course, the epitome of the most mixable perfume on the nation is Kayali's Vanilla 28. This, look at this. Look. I mean, even the most stingy of people talking about dents is going to say this is a dent, okay? And this is the biggest bottle. Sparkling, very vanilla, brown sugar, delicious. Oh, and every time I think, as a couple months go by, it just gets richer smelling. I love this. So, yeah. That is my September tray. And I'll see you guys next week to talk about the fragrances I used most the week prior, as well as what 5 to 6 I'll probably be swapping out to put in something else. All right? Go ahead and let me know a couple of your fragrances you intend to put on your September tray. Do you still do these trays? I'm glad I'm coming back to it. We're going to see how it goes. Anyway, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching this whole video. Hopefully I see you in my next one. Bye-bye.